Hey, I'm Mark. This is Mike. His dog Kojak. We're on a 5-day hike in the Cohutta National Forest. It's a wilderness area in North Tennessee. We're going to be hiking through it and into Tennessee, into the Big Frog Wilderness as well, going up to a mountaintop. This is a new trail for us. We really don't know what all to expect. We brought some climbing gear and kind of loaded a little heavy for this trip. It had severe weather all day yesterday. All the streams are going to be swollen, and it just started snowing here. We're about a mile in on the trail. We drove 7 hours and one time zone to get here, and it's about 11 o'clock, and we're going to try to get a few miles behind us to get to the first campsite.
It's like the snow's getting a little heavier.
I know, it's sticking to my,
everything.
sticking to my eyelids. Still snowing a little bit. Yeah, there's a sign. What a view!
The Benton MacKaye trail heading to the Hemp Top Trail.
Look how deep that gorge is down there. Beautiful scenery. Yeah, get a shot of it for them. Awesome. Can't wait to get to the top and see the kind of scene we're going to see up there. Snow covered. Makes all this hard work worthwhile.
No doubt.
You're finally going downhill, Mike, after an hour and a half of uphill.
Yeah, well, don't get too excited. We'll be going back up again right afterwards. Come on, Kojak.
Next mountain on the other side of this valley. How many more miles do you think to camp?
Probably about 4.
Well, that ain't too bad.
I'm guessing 4, between 4 and 5.
Yeah. Come on, Kojak. Oh, that wind is howling. Yeah, we've got, you can hear the wind howling up in the trees. It's probably a good 30-40 miles an hour. Ooh, my lips are getting numb.
Perfect day to get out and go hiking. Been looking for kindling and dry wood along the way that we might start a fire with later today. No luck so far.
It's not looking hopeful.
Everything's going to be soaked.
And it's like a total whiteout over there.
Yeah, there's no horizon, that's for sure.
Come on, Kojak. Walking Not much of a water source. So we're at our first campsite. We had to clear it ourselves and got our fire going. We're having to burn pine only. It's the only thing that will burn when it's wet. Supposed to be down in the 20s tonight. We'll see y'all in the morning. That was our first campsite. We didn't get here till just a few minutes before dark. We had to frantically clear the area and put things up. Our water jug is froze. Try to make some coffee this morning. A little bit of snow gathered on our tents. It's starting to snow now again. It's already 7:30 and it's just barely light. We've got a long hike up to the top of a couple of mountains today. We'll see y'all on the trail. You staying warm?
Yeah.
I had to
Feel much better now.
I had to come out of them thick gloves and unzip my coat. Got a little too hot. Got some wild hogs. Eating on grub worm, whatever they can find. Well, we're crossing Tennessee line into Big Frog Wilderness on our way up to Big Frog Mountain. They call it Big Frog Mountain from what I hear because it looks like a frog. We'll see y'all on the top. Snow's like powder. Well, we made it to the top. It was a brutal climb, and we're up in the clouds, so you can't even see the neighboring mountain. Every once in a while, you'll get a break. Kind of disappointing after such a hard climb. Well, we're on a razor ridge, and on the east side, it's like 100-foot drop off down there. We're up in the clouds, you can't see nothing. And we're constantly switching from the east side of the ridge over to the west side, and the west side is nice and warm. We would have some incredible views if it wasn't in the clouds. Now the clouds have broke just a little bit for me to get a shot of some of the views we're missing. We're on a razor ridge. I mean, 300 feet or more drop, as far as I can see anyway, to my left, and I can turn to my right, and you got the same drop off.
Okay, come on. Okay.
Hey, Kojak. Come on, buddy, let's go. We're trying to find a campsite in the next hour. We're still on a ridge, you can't tell it, but it is freezing. Kojak here has voted to camp right here. Well, this is our campsite. We're still on the ridge. It's several hundred feet down. You can kind of see the views off in the distance. There's a cold wind coming up out of the west there up that hill, but this is too close to dark and the only thing we can find. Well, we got the fire going by the hardest. We had to take the machete and take shavings off the hemlock. That's the only thing that's going to burn after all day of snowing. Well, it's our second morning. You can see the mountain way off in the distance there. It actually warmed up last night. We went to bed in the low 20s and it's got to be just above freezing. All the ice has melted off of the trees over us. We're still up on the ridge. See the sun coming up. Well, we're on our way, still on the ridge, on our way down the hill. Kind of got a late start this morning. Still getting used to this time zone. We're heading back into Georgia and down to the Jacks Trail.
Well, we're coming down from the campsite down into the tree line, and all the snow's gone.
Gorgeous views. See, the snow is melted. Sun's coming out. Fortunately, there's a 70% chance of rain tonight. But we've got sunny skies at the moment. Mountains just as far as you can see. Beautiful scenery. Really scenic views on this ridge. It's views like this that make hiking to the remote parts of the wilderness worthwhile. Well, we're still on the ridge. You can see 1,000 feet drop to the left, 1,000 foot drop to the right still. Gorgeous views though. I might filtering some water. This is the first force of water we've had in 24 hours, and we're fixing to stay in the bottom and have lots of water, but we're fixing to make some coffee.
And then we walked all the way around the ridge, quite a few miles, I don't know how long. And now we're heading down into the valley, into this gorge to Jack River Fall.
There's the Jacks River. Beautiful. Really scenic. Camera just don't do it justice. Really makes all that effort worthwhile to come see all this. Mike crossing the river with heavy duty trash bags. What a good idea, Mike. Mike crossing the river. We got a couple of other campers we met out here in the wilderness. They just crossed further down. You have to cruise. More scenic views of the Jacks River. Every step of the way is just breathtaking. loud thunder of the river falling. We have to cross this thing quite a few times. Miles and miles of this. We still have to cross the Jacks River one more time. We just crossed a minute ago that we didn't video. Mike's got a injured left leg. He's hobbling along. 90% chance of rain moving in at about 8 o'clock tonight, so we're desperately trying to get across the river and find a campsite before it gets worse. Come on, Kojak! You can do it, boy! Come on, Kojak. You're doing good, brother. You get a treat tonight. Woo! Well, this is campsite number 3. We're right on the Jacks River. Beautiful scenery and noise. Get to sleep by tonight. Trying to get a fire going before the rain moves in here in a couple hours to dry the dog off. We're going to be cooking some food. I recommend that you bring about 2 pounds of food per person per day, and bring food that you're used to eating. Don't bring this freeze-dried food, that backpacker stuff. It's hard to eat, and you'll get out here and there's so much sodium in it, and you end up getting sick on it. Just bring food that you naturally eat at home and just add to boiling water. Well, it's already starting to sprinkle. We'll see y'all in the morning. Well, it's raining. We got our tents hitched next to each other. See Mike and his tent. And then we got a little tarp between the 2 tents, so we'll have a little place between the 2 tents where we can cook our supper and stuff. We're turning in early. Well, it's the 4th morning. It rained light all night. Making coffee in the tent. It's 37 outside, and with this little burner growing inside the tent, it's like 80 degrees in here. It's nice. You can see old Kojak slept in the tent last night. Mike drinking his coffee. Well, we're getting a late start. It's already 8 o'clock. Still sprinkling on us. We had a fire for 10 minutes last night. We've got about 7 miles to get back to the truck. 2.5 miles is we got to go back up to 3,500 feet, so it's a long, grueling hike, and Mike's got an injured leg, so we may not make it. Hoping to be out of here today and driving home tonight. If not, we're prepared for one more night. Well, we're leaving our campsite. We gotta head up to a mountain pass. We gotta cross one more river before we start going up the hill. It's about 3,500 feet elevation to the mountain pass, and down the other side and down in the valley and cross another river. Come on, boy. Good boy. What you looking at, Mike?
Just checking that waterfall out. Pretty cool. Bunch of rocks and logs all caught up in the stream there. Pretty waterfall. Something here. There's tracks. There's definitely a bear come through here in front of us. There's several of them. Okay. I don't know if he's a day ahead of us or a couple hours.
Starting to snow at these higher elevations. Whew, it is a hard climb. Well, we're up into the cloud now. It's kind of been a disappointing trip on the mountaintops because you get up into the clouds, you can't see nothing. Still snowing a little bit. Well, we finally made it to the top of the pass. It's a winter wonderland up here again. Now it's downhill, thank God.
Woohoo! I think the temperatures just dropped 20 degrees over the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, it is windy on this side of the mountain.
Man.
Just like it was on the way up.
Telling you.
We've done about a 40-mile lollipop loop on this trip, and we're the last leg to the truck. Way up in the clouds. Well, 40-mile-an-hour wind up here on our way back. This side of the mountain is really cold. Like a blizzard going on over here. Still on our way down. Still up in the clouds too. It's probably really scenic, but nothing but snow. Still heading downhill, getting out of the snow now. Mike's legs still bothering him. 2 more miles to go. Massive tree right here. Mike's leg giving him a lot of trouble. Almost there, Mike, just hang on. Still heading downhill. I don't remember it being this long on the way up. It's been a good trip. We've had 2 snowstorms and rain and about an hour of sunshine, and all our equipment and gear held up really well. Nothing leaked. Crossed numerous rivers. We didn't get a scene of the dog crossing the biggest river. We had to tie a rope around him, and as he swam, I pulled him, and couldn't operate the camera and pull the rope at the same time. So almost. Well, we're getting to the end of our 40-mile trip. Kojak's walked about 80 miles though. Back and forth all over the place. More energy.
Huge hemlocks in this place, as far as you can see. Old growth.
Massive trees.
Awesome.
Hell, I'm gonna have a smile on my face for the rest of the year, that's for sure. I'm 90 years old in a retirement home. I'm gonna have, holy cow, goes up and up, up forever.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, we'll be in a retirement home next to each other, and I'm gonna say, pop in the take. Well, it's been a long 4 days. We made it back to the truck. I want to get y'all to get off the couch and come take advantage of our national forest. We'll see y'all on our next wilderness adventure. Come on, Kojak, let's go eat.